What's up, everybody? Welcome again to another video. Hey, what's up? What's up? Thank you for coming to my MutraMakeup channel. Here we are, back again. Today we are going to do another music video makeup look, one that is super iconic. Everybody must know it. And in the wake of some campaigns going on, I thought it would be very fitting to do this video. But today we're going to do the Britney Spears Toxic makeup look. What we're gonna do is we are going to go through and do the makeup look, kind of talk about how to get this makeup look with what palettes and whatnot. And then on top of that, we are going to dive into the making of the actual music video, the making of the song, along with just this movement and what is going on with this movement. So hope you guys enjoy. Keep watching if you want to see how I get the look. Alright, so first step, as always, is going to be priming your eyelids. So for priming, I usually use my NYX Professional eyelid makeup stuff, and that's how I prime my eyelids. So I'm going to do that real quick. So let's talk about Toxic. The first color, actually, before we get started, is after priming your eyelids, I am just going to put white all over my eyelid to kind of give it a clearer base to start off with, and since this is a really cool toned makeup look, this will work pretty well. So Toxic was actually written and produced by a duo that went by the name of Bloodshy and Avant. They weren't the only people who worked on it. Other co-writers also included Kathy Dennis and Henrik John Bach, or John Beck, John Bach, John. It was actually originally created with the intention of it being for Kylie Minogue. Believe it or not, Kylie Minogue, and she actually listened to the song, looked at the song, and rejected the song. She was like, yo, this is not for me. I don't want it. I don't want it. And don't know if that's exactly what she said, but sadly, this ended up not working out for her because this became a major success, as we all know. When it was released, it actually went top 5 in 15 different countries to show you the expanse of this song. In the United States, though, it actually became her 4th top 10 song or single. Her 4th top 10. 4th top 10 in the United States. Not bad. She was doing pretty good for herself at this time. The song actually ended up winning her first Grammy as well. The music video ended up being released January 13th, 2004. It was actually recorded to be her most expensive music video as well at the time. It costed $1 million to create. $1 million. It really puts it in perspective. When they say it takes $1 million to make a music video, it really makes you start thinking, like, the ones that are out today, like, yeah, they have production value kind of like this one, but like they're like way more now. Like, how much is this dang music video, you know? How much does a music video nowadays cost? That's something that I wonder. If this one was $1 million, the ones today are probably a heck of a lot more. The Super Bowl was also not too long after that. It was actually in February, so about a month later. And this was the year with the crazy Super Bowl happenings where Janet Jackson went out, and we all remember that. So after that happened, MTV was like, yo, we cannot show this video anymore. We actually can't show it on a regular daytime sort of thing. We have to show it later on. So they ended up programming it to be between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. due to its nudity nature. It's not crazy nude. It's not like you really can see much of anything. But you guys remember this scene? You know, where she's wearing that amazing outfit. It's like a, I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of like a bodysuit mesh thing. And that was far too nude for TV back then. Would they know? Did they know how much more nude it would get? I doubt it. But yeah, they couldn't show that anymore on MTV. They had to show it at night in order for it to actually be on TV. Yeah, so that was a big change up. A lot of change ups happened after that nip slip happened with Janet Jackson. TV was like, yo, we ain't doing this no more. So moral of that story really is that it was a huge success of a music video, of a video in general. She made lots of money with it, and we all had song hits, all of that. I feel like I had one of those pens. I had a pen with a Britney Spears song, and I don't remember if it was Hit Me Baby One More Time or if it was this song, but I feel like it was, I maybe had both. I don't really remember. Other than that, unfortunately, during this time frame, I can't say I was a mega Britney fan. My mom in particular, was very picky about what I was watching and listening to. So unfortunately, Britney Spears was one of those people that I was aware of growing up. I remember seeing her on tabloids. My mom loved the National Enquirer. I was never really allowed, per se, to listen to her music or to watch her on TV. I just, like I said, I would see her in the tabloids, and that was about the extent of my interaction with her growing up, unfortunately. One thing, however, I think everybody in the world remembers is whether you were a fan, you were not a fan, you all remember the Britney Spears kind of turn of events that happened where, you know, she shaved her head, she was in the parlor cutting her hair. And what I think is amazing is how times have changed so much in however many years that's been. It's been, what, 12 years since that happened? You know, 12 years ago, someone shaving their head was like a sign of just like, yo, like, let's make fun of this, like, she ain't doing okay. And now it's like, it's one, embraced, but two, when it comes to like the mental health aspect of it, which is something that we learned down the line about Britney Spears, it's something that is tremendously talked about now as opposed to then. So yeah, you know, in 2009, she had the major meltdown that went into play. You would see by multiple outlets just how things were kind of panning out for her. You know, she was in the media all the time, paparazzi would follow her everywhere, and this was something that she didn't take very well, you know, and I mean, I understand it. You know, I could only imagine walking down the street and not being able to walk down the street. So all this stuff was taking a toll on her, and so she went through a mental break from what it is that I've gathered, and she had to, you know, go to rehab and do all that stuff, you know? But the mental breakdown happened back in 2008. So yeah, it's all going on. Things are not looking good, and her dad ends up putting her under this thing called a conservationship. And basically, from what I've understood, being under conservation is reserved for the individuals who are kind of in a coma or in a really bad mental space and basically need some guidance and need someone to control their assets and control what they have while they are going through what it is that they're going through, because they can't make judgments for themselves. So this conservationship ends up becoming a thing for the past 12 years. So since 2008 until now, which is 2020, she has been under this conservationship, which basically doesn't allow for her to do a lot of things that a normal person should be able to do technically, such as drive, vote, get married, have kids, spend her own money, speak publicly about her conservationship, and honestly so much more. So it's kind of a tough spot to be in, and I think a lot of the media has now caught wind of this, which it's been something that has been going on for 12 years for this woman. And now everyone wants to essentially free Britney and have her do her own thing and not be under this conservation policy that she is underneath. Currently, her dad is not number one on this policy or this list. It's only her manager, because in 2019, basically her dad was going through some stuff, whether it be like health or financial things, and basically he requested to be taken off of the conservation. Ooh, I got an itch. Requested to be off of this conservation, and it just be her manager, which right now it's, as of 2020, it's only her manager. And from what I understand now, which today she actually has her court hearing, so we'll see how that goes. But as of now, her mom is trying to get conservation over her daughter, so it's not just her manager who is in that position. Over the course, though, of these, 12 years, she has actually done a lot of things, believe it or not. So yeah, she has released 4 different albums this past 12 years. She had a 4-year Vegas residency, which is actually a pretty long residency for most places. There's plenty of other ones, but usually for residencies, I feel like it's about a year to a 2-year kind of contract deal. So this particular one seems a little bit long, but hey, to each their own. She has launched a bunch of fashion stuff, different like outfit line collaborations, things of that sort. And then she's also done her perfume collabs and perfumes. I did, growing up, have her fantasy perfume, in which, I'm not gonna lie, I still think about quite frequently because I remember it smelling so good. That was I had the pink one. I think she had like pink, purple, she had a bunch of different flavors and colors, but yeah, I had the pink one, and the pink one was bomb. And she was also a judge on the X Factor, so that was pretty cool for her as well. So she has been staying busy. It's just a matter of staying busy and not really having control of your assets like most grown adults do. So now down to some of the opinions and a little bit of backstory on, I guess, Britney as well. And, when you think about Britney's life and her lifestyle, she has a lifestyle that many of us will never get the chance to experience. Her very first gig that she got, she actually applied to be on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse at the age of 8, but they rejected her due to her being so young. But they ended up actually giving her information on a different agent to basically send her on other projects that she could do, since Mickey Mouse Clubhouse wasn't hiring kids that were that young. So she ended up getting her first position as a understudy at the age of 8 years old for, I don't know if it was a movie or if it was a play, but it was something by the name of Ruthless. So that was her first position basically that she had at the age of 8 years old. And then from there, she went on and she did her thing and continued doing her auditions. And at the age of 10, she was on Star Search, which ended up leading her to get a bunch of different deals, including Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, that didn't want her 3 years earlier because at the time she was now 11. And at 11, she ended up getting hired onto Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, which ended up being a big success. And on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, she had other people like Ryan Gosling, what's her name? Christina Aguilera, and Justin Timberlake. So a lot of these big time people, they started at a really, really, really baby young age. So what she's going through right now, or what she was going through at that time, is just the default of child stardom. It's like the same thing with Michael Jackson and just a lot of these people is, people don't know how to really take care of the kids, unfortunately. And so, she's been bombarded by paparazzi all of her life, and it's a stressful thing to be a part of, especially from such a young age. So when you think about this conservationship program that she is going through, I'm not going to say I'm a pro, I'm not going to say that I've well studied this whole Free Britney thing, but on a personal note, I can understand why a parent or guardian would want to be in control of your child's assets, because she's been through a lot of trauma. She's been through a lot of different things that, like I said, none of us are probably ever going to experience. And so it's really sad and it's unfortunate that she had to go through this, and there's a lot of mental health concerns that come with it. But I can understand why a parent would want to make sure that everything is taken care of, especially if their daughter is just not in a good mental space. So then I think the debate ends up becoming have they overstayed their welcome, in a sense of it's been 12 years. Should she be able to control her stuff as of now? And I think that the answer is not amongst us people who, are just fans and stuff. I think the decision should be up to her. If she feels yo, I need some stuff for myself. I need to be careful, you know, I need to not spend so much money, I need to not go out, you know, all that sort of stuff. I think it has to be up to her and what it is that she wants. I don't think it's up to the fans. I don't think it's up to necessarily the parents. I think the parents can be advisors to it. But I don't know if it's up to fans to make a decision on someone else's mental health that we literally don't have any say on, you know? Do I think it seems a little bit weird and a little bit messed up that maybe just the dad has control over the child's assets? Yes, I do think that's weird. I think if anything, it should be a default of even, you know, the mom being in charge. But again, you know, every family has their family drama. But yeah, we don't know what's going on. You know, every family has their like drama and the stuff that people don't know about. And so we don't know her situation, how she carries herself, how she is able to do certain things. And maybe just this conservationship is just the default of the parents wanting to make sure that their kid is okay and don't want her to be driving because they saw, you know, how things played out back then. But I do also think that kids should have a second chance at things like that. And if she is in a better state, which I hope she is, you know, I think she should be able to go out and do her thing and explore, drive for herself, you know, be able to vote, look into things like that. But I can understand a parent's perspective of also wanting to, you know, take control of their kid and make sure that their kid is okay. So it's kind of a weird space. I can't say I know the answer, and I can't say that, you know, my opinion is the all end all be all opinion. I can't say that the fans who are out there literally right now as we speak on the Free Britney movement in front of City Hall trying to get her free are doing the right or wrong thing. I think everything is beautiful. I think everybody should be, you know, protesting, have a freedom of speech, but I also think that, you know, it just depends. It depends on her mental state. You know, no one really knows. No one really knows. And so I just hope that she has the voice and can speak on her own behalf within her family and everybody who is now in the conservationship, whether it be her mom if she gets granted it, her dad who was a part of it, and now her sole manager who is a part of this conservationship program. You know, I hope that she can speak up and, you know, if she feels like she wants to do things on her own, I think that she should be able to, and she isn't being held back. If she is being held back, then I do think that there is an issue, and that does need to get fixed. But we shall see. We shall see how it all pans out. I wish her the best, and after, you know, all these years now that I have been allowed to watch music videos, I have deep dived into a lot of her different music videos, and I love her makeup looks, I love her singing, her dancing, her movement, her outfits, all of that. So hopefully I can get some more makeup videos out for you guys. But for now, this is the toxic makeup look. The only difference that I would say is probably doing only a gloss on the lips as opposed to adding the lipstick underneath as a base. I thought it looked a little bit like maybe it could fit in the color, but I always forget with this dang color that it ends up being a little bit darker than I want. But it's up to you, you know, you can do what you want. I will list everything down below. If you guys did like this video, of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will be back for you guys every single Monday with a new video for you guys to check out. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this was helpful, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.